Before the noise of the world reaches your ears, before the opinions, the bills, the burdens, and the shadows of yesterday try to rise again, you've got to speak to yourself. You've got to rise in the morning and remind your soul of what God already knows about you. I am here on purpose. I'm not a mistake. I'm not a product of confusion or chaos. I didn't wake up by accident. The very breath in my lungs is divine confirmation that heaven is still investing in me. I will not move through this day like a man who is lost in the dark. I walk in light. I walk with vision. I walk with power. When the enemy whispers that I'm insignificant, I rise up and declare I matter. I have worth. I have weight. What's behind me is not greater than what's in front of me. Yesterday had its wins, yes. Yesterday had its wounds, yes. But I'm not stuck in the past. I will not camp out in what hurt me. I will not rehearse the betrayal. I will not build a shrine around the shame. I'm moving. I'm growing. I'm headed somewhere. My future is not held hostage by my failures. The cross already settled that. The blood already paid for that. So today I press forward. I lean into tomorrow with holy anticipation. I am equipped for this day. I will not cry for help. That's already been placed inside me. I am not empty. I am not weak. I've got tools in my spirit. I've got weapons in my worship. I've got armor on my soul. When this day throws fire, I've got water in me. When this day sends storms, I've got peace that anchors me. I will not beg for strength. I already carry. I was made for this. I was built for the weight. I will not be overwhelmed by what I was born to overcome. I am not my feelings. Yes, I may wake up tired. I may wake up discouraged. But feelings are not kings. They are passengers. And I don't let passengers steer the car. I tell my emotions where we're going. I tell my mind what we believe. I tell my heart to follow truth, not triggers. I'm not led by fear. I'm not ruled by anxiety. I'm not a slave to insecurity. I walk by faith. I talk like victory. I move like destiny. My words are seeds. What I speak, I will see. So I don't just speak what I feel. I speak what I desire. I speak what God has declared. I will not curse my own day with doubt. I will not prophesy failure over my future. I bless this day with my mouth. I declare open doors, divine appointments, breakthrough strategies, and peace that passes understanding. I don't wait for the atmosphere to shift. I shift it when I speak. And finally, God woke me up for a reason. So I will show up like I'm chosen. I will enter rooms like I belong there. I will take up space like I'm sent. I will handle my business like I'm backed by heaven. I will love hard. I will give freely. I will forgive quickly. I will live boldly. I'm not here to survive. I'm here to shine. I'm not just a body. I'm a calling wrapped in skin. So every morning, before the world reminds you of its rules, remind yourself of who you are. Speak these truths until your soul believes again. Say it out loud until the heavens echo back. Yes, that sips who you are. Now get up, walk out, and live like you know it. I am here on purpose. That truth alone can shake the chains off your soul if you let it settle deep enough. I am not here by coincidence. I'm not just occupying space. I'm not just another name on a list. Not just another face in the crowd. No, I am divinely planted in this time, in this place for a reason, far greater than I can always see. Every breath I draw in the morning is confirmation that purpose still surrounds me like a garment, that destiny still has its grip on my life. And because I'm here on purpose, I refuse to move like I'm lost. You see, when you forget your purpose, you start drifting. You go from day to day hoping things change, hoping someone rescues you, hoping for a feeling that tells you that your life matters. But when you know you're here on purpose, you don't wait for change, you become it. You start walking with a different posture, not because you're arrogant, but because you're anchored. There's something in your spirit that says, I'm not wandering, I'm walking. I'm not lost, I'm led. I'm not searching, I'm sent. When you know you're on assignment, you stop measuring your day by what happens to you and start measuring it by what flows through you. You wake up with clarity, even in confusion. You show up with focus, even in chaos. People around you may question your moves, but you've already settled something internally. You don't need everybody to understand the path when you've already heard the call. Purpose isn't about having everything figured out. It's not about fame, followers, or fortune. Purpose is about alignment. It's about walking with intention, even when the road is narrow. It's about saying, I might not know every step, but I know who sent me. And when you walk like that, you don't panic when the door shuts, because you weren't meant to stay there. You don't crumble under pressure because you weren't built to break. You were built to carry something that matters. Now, don't get it twisted. Walking in purpose doesn't mean it'll be easy. It means it'll be worth it. It means you'll be stretched. Yes. It means you'll face resistance. Yes. But resistance doesn't mean rejection. It means you're moving in the right direction. The enemy doesn't bother what isn't a threat. If hell is trying to discourage you, it's because heaven already approved you. There will be mornings when you wake up and feel heavy. That's when you have to open your mouth and speak to your spirit. That's when you tell yourself, I am not waking up to exist, I'm waking up to execute. I'm waking up to build, to break generational chains, to bring light into dark places, to serve somebody, to grow into the version of me that looks like the dream God saw when he made me. So I won't shuffle through my morning like I'm confused. I won't walk into my job, my family, my life like I'm an accident waiting to be erased. I am the evidence of intention. I'm the product of design. I am chosen, called, created. And because I know that, I refuse to waste my breath. I won't apologize for being alive. I won't shrink to make others comfortable. I am here on purpose, for a purpose, and I will live like it. What's behind me is not greater than what's in front of me. That's not just a statement. It's a declaration of forward motion. It's a refusal to be chained to what was when the promise of what can be is still alive. So many of us live our lives like we're driving a car with our eyes glued to the rearview mirror, constantly checking who hurt us, constantly replaying what went wrong, constantly wondering if the shame of yesterday will ever release us. But let me tell you something, the rear view is small for a reason. Your windshield is bigger because where you're going is far more important than where you've been. You've survived things that should have broken you. You've walked through storms that left you bruised but not buried. That alone should tell you that the story isn't over. That what happened in your past may have shaped you, but it doesn't define you. Your past is a chapter, not the whole book. It's a part of the testimony, but not the whole truth. You're not stuck. You're not frozen in time. You are becoming. See, the enemy loves to keep you focused on the rear view. He wants you obsessed with regrets, obsessed with failures. But when you keep looking back, you rob your future of the attention it needs to flourish. You were not created to sit in sorrow. You were created to walk in purpose. And that means you've got to let the past do what it was meant to do. Teach you, not trap you. You may have failed, but failure isn't final. You may have lost, but you're not finished. There are new doors waiting to open, but they don't open to people staring at closed ones. There are new relationships, new blessings, new versions of you waiting to be born, but you have to turn your focus forward. You've got to believe that what's ahead of you has more value than what's behind you. That what God wants to do next doesn't require the permission of what happened last. Yes, acknowledge the pain. Yes, learn from the lessons. But don't you dare pitch a tent in a place you were meant to pass through. Don't make a home in heartbreak. Don't build your identity in brokenness. You were made for more. You were made to rise. You were made to walk into a future that doesn't smell like the fire you came out of. So lift your head, adjust your posture, wipe the tears, stand in front of the mirror, and remind yourself, my best days are not buried in the past. My greatest impact is not behind me. The love I deserve, the peace I crave, the joy I long for, it's not in the rear view, it's on the horizon. Every morning, this needs to be your declaration. Every time doubt whispers, but look at what you did. you respond. But look at where I'm going. Every time shame rises up and says, you're not worthy, you shout back, I'm already covered, I'm already claimed, I'm already chosen. You don't owe your past another explanation. You don't owe your trauma your loyalty. You owe your future your focus. You owe tomorrow your faith. You are not the same person who went through that pain. You are wiser, stronger, grown. You've been refined by fire, not ruined by it. And today, with every step forward, you confirm this truth. What's behind me is not greater than what's in front of me, not even close. I am equipped for the day. I don't need to beg for strength. I already possess. I don't need to search outside for what God has already placed within me. Everything I need to face today is already in me. The courage, the wisdom, the patience, the resilience. It's all there, waiting to be activated. I am not empty. I am not lacking. I am not without resources. I may feel tired. I may feel stretched, but I am never forsaken. Heaven does not send you into battle without armor. Life may be throwing darts, but I've been clothed in purpose, girded in grace, and armed with fire. Too often we wake up looking for something to carry us through the day, like strength is some outside force we need to download. But strength isn't coming from out there, it's already in here. You've survived too much to doubt what you carry. You've endured storms that didn't take you out, not because you ran and hid, but because something deep inside you rose up and said, not today. That same fire, that same resolve, that same divine grit is still in you. It didn't leave. It didn't fade. It's still there, waiting to be called on. You're not here to stumble through the day hoping things get better. You're here to command your day, to shift the atmosphere, to speak peace where there's chaos, to move with purpose where others are panicking. You are not a thermometer reacting to what's around you. You are a thermostat setting the temperature. The power is in you, not in the approval of others, not in a paycheck, not in the applause. The power is internal, spiritual, unshakable. And no, it doesn't mean today will be easy. It doesn't mean people won't try you. It doesn't mean the devil won't test you. But it does mean that when the pressure comes, you don't have to fold. You don't have to shrink. You don't have to break. Because greater is he that is in you than anything coming against you. You were built for pressure. You were designed to withstand it. And not just withstand it, grow from it. The pressure only reveals what's already planted inside you. Diamonds aren't made in comfort. Strength is not birthed in ease. Glory is not found in the absence of struggle. It's revealed when you refuse to be moved by it. So when today throws obstacles your way, you don't cry and complain. You remember who you are. You remind yourself, I've got what it takes. I've got more inside of me than what's trying to stop me. You don't wait for someone to rescue you. You stir up the fire that's already in your belly. You speak life over your own soul. You wake up your faith and you walk like someone who knows they're fully loaded. You are not weak. You are not small. You are not helpless. You are a force. You are a vessel of purpose. You are God's response to a need in the earth. When he sent you into this day, he didn't send you in half full. He sent you in ready. So stop questioning what you already have. Stop doubting your own strength. You've been tested and you're still here. That means you're equipped. That means you're empowered. That means you're enough. Say it out loud. I am equipped. I am empowered. I am ready. I have what I need. Let hell hear it. Let your past hear it. Let your doubts hear it. Today will not break me. This moment will not defeat me. I don't have to chase power. I carry it. I don't have to beg for strength. I walk in it. I don't have to wait for confidence. I already own it. I am equipped for this day, and I will walk through it like the warrior I was born to be. I am not my feelings. I refuse to be ruled by emotions that shift like the wind. My feelings are real, but they are not always true. They may visit, but they do not get to unpack and take control. I acknowledge them, but I do not worship them. I lead them. They do not lead me. I will not build my decisions, my identity, or my direction on something as unstable as how I feel in the moment. I am spirit-led. not emotion-driven. I move by faith, not by mood. My feelings might speak, but they don't get the final word. There will be mornings when I wake up tired, days when anxiety knocks on my door like an old friend, moments when sadness sits on my chest like a weight. But even in those moments, I remind myself, this is not who I am. This is simply what I feel. There's a difference. I might feel broken, but I'm not broken. I might feel afraid, but I am not fear. I might feel uncertain, but I walk with purpose. My feelings don't define me. They reveal what needs attention, not what deserves control. You see, emotions make terrible leaders. They will tell you to give up when you're just getting started. They will convince you no one cares when you're surrounded by people who love you. They will scream that you're not enough when you're more than qualified. Feelings will lie to you if you let them speak without checking them against truth. But I've learned to stop giving my feelings the microphone. I've learned to stop following every mood like it's my master. I don't let fear dictate my future. I don't let sadness steal my strength. I don't let discouragement cancel my drive. I speak to my emotions. I tell my mind what to focus on. I remind my heart of who I am, because left unchecked, emotions will take me down paths I was never meant to walk. They'll keep me isolated when I'm meant to be connected. They'll keep me silent when I'm meant to speak. They'll keep me small when I'm called to stretch. But I'm no longer giving my emotions a seat at the head of the table. They can come, but they don't get to lead. And I don't shame myself for feeling. I don't pretend to be a robot. No, I honor my emotions, but I also hold them accountable. I ask them questions. Is this feeling based in truth? Is this fear grounded in fact or just familiar? Is this sadness a signal or a trap? Because if I don't interrogate my emotions, they'll imprison me. But when I face them with clarity, I find freedom. Every morning I choose to lead myself. I don't wait for motivation to show up. I don't wait for joy to fall out of the sky. I cultivate it. I command it. I speak it into the atmosphere. I say, this is the day that the Lord has made and I will rejoice. Not because I feel like it, but because I've decided. My decision to lead myself is greater than my impulse to follow my feelings. So I rise, not because I feel like rising, but because I've got a calling that doesn't care about my comfort. I press on. Not because it's easy, but because I was made to endure. I love even when it hurts. I forgive even when I want revenge. I believe even when doubt knocks daily, because I am not my feelings. I am deeper. I am anchored. I am rooted in something unshakable. Let the waves come. Let the winds blow. I might bend, but I will not break. I might feel the storm, but I don't surrender to it, because I am not led by how I feel. I'm led by what I know, and I know who I am. I know whose I am, and I know where I'm going. My words are seeds. What I speak has power, and I will no longer speak carelessly. I will no longer throw words into the atmosphere like they don't have weight, because what I say is what I sow. What I speak today is what I will see tomorrow. Life and death are in the power of the tongue, and I refuse to keep cursing my future with the sound of my fears. I will speak with purpose. I will speak with direction. I will speak like someone who knows their voice has authority. Too long we've said things like, I can't, I'm tired. Nothing ever changes. And then we wonder why we feel stuck. But the truth is, you can't walk in victory while speaking defeat. You can't rise in the morning and expect power when your first words are laced in powerlessness. Every complaint is a seed. Every declaration is a seed. Every whisper, every shout, every thought spoken aloud, it's all seed. And seed doesn't care if you're joking. Seed doesn't wait until you're serious to grow. It listens. It takes root. It multiplies. That's why I don't just speak what I feel. I speak what I want to see. I may not feel strong, but I say I am strong. I may not see the breakthrough yet, but I declare, Breakthrough is coming. I may be standing in the middle of a mess, but I lift my head and say, order is being restored. I don't wait for the environment to give me permission to speak power. I shift the environment with my words. My words carry light. My words carry weight. My words release heaven into the atmosphere. You don't need to be a prophet to prophesy over your life. You just need a mouth and some faith. Every day you wake up and open your mouth, you are building something. You're either building fear or building faith. You're either creating an atmosphere of growth or an atmosphere of limitation. I refuse to build walls with my words. I choose to build bridges. I choose to open doors. I choose to plant the kind of seed that brings harvests of peace, strength, favor, and overflow. This means I must be intentional. I can no longer say things like, I'll never get through this, or I always mess up, or nothing good ever happens for me. Those are not harmless phrases. They are declarations. They are construction tools. And when I say them, I am building prisons with my own hands. But I was not made to be a prisoner. I was made to be a builder, a speaker, a creator, because I'm made in the image of the one who spoke the world into existence. And if his words carried power, then so do mine. So now, every morning, I speak life into my day. I speak peace over my family. I speak clarity over my mind. I speak discipline over my actions. I speak boldness over my decisions. I say I am focused. I am favored. I am growing. I am becoming. Not because I feel it, but because I'm planting it. And I know that if I plant it and I water it, and I guard it from the weeds of negativity and doubt, then in time I will see it grow. Even in silence, I'm careful what I let live in my thoughts, because unspoken words are still seeds in the soil of the soul. So I keep watch. I guard my mouth like a gate. I pause before I speak destruction. I resist the temptation to give voice to defeat, because my words are not just sound, they are strategy. And I know this. Whatever I keep saying, I will eventually start believing. And whatever I believe, I will begin to live. So I choose to speak what aligns with my purpose, not my pressure. I choose to speak what builds, not what breaks. Because my words are seeds, and I've decided to plant a future I'll be proud to live in. God woke me up for a reason. That truth alone is enough to shake me out of doubt and push me into purpose. I did not wake up by accident. I did not survive the night just to drift through the day. I woke up because heaven still has use for me. Purpose still pulses through my veins. Destiny still has an assignment attached to my name. I am alive today because there is something in this world that needs what I carry. And because of that, I will show up like I'm chosen. I refuse to walk through this day like a background character in my own life. I will not shrink to fit into spaces that were meant to be stretched by my presence. I will not let insecurity silence me when I was born to speak. I will not let fear keep me out of rooms I was built to influence. I am not here to simply exist. I am here to leave impact. I am here to shine light. I am here to shift the atmosphere wherever I go. Being chosen doesn't mean I'm perfect. It means I'm called. It means there is an assignment with my name on it, and no one else can complete it like I can. There's a reason I've been through what I've been through. There's a reason I carry the wounds I carry and the wisdom I carry. My life has been shaped, not just by circumstances, but by divine preparation. Nothing was wasted, not the heartbreak, not the delays, not the seasons of silence. All of it was preparing me for what I'm waking up to now. So I show up, even when I don't feel ready, even when I don't feel qualified. Because the truth is, purpose doesn't wait for you to feel perfect. It moves when you show up in obedience. You may not feel like the strongest one in the room, but when you walk in purpose, strength meets you there. You may not feel like the smartest, the most talented, the most visible, but you've been chosen. And chosen doesn't mean flashy. It means appointed, approved, sent. This means I wake up and I take up space. I don't apologize for being present. I don't minimize my voice. I don't hide behind excuses. I recognize that the same power that woke me up this morning is the power that walks with me into every meeting, every challenge, every opportunity. I am never alone. I am never without backing. I am never empty. I'm filled with something divine. And when I walk into the day, I walk in alignment with the one who authored it. I remind myself that if I'm still breathing, then I'm still building. If I'm still alive, then I'm still assigned. And I choose to honor that assignment, not just with good intentions, but with bold action. I don't wait for everything to be perfect. I don't wait for the crowd to cheer. I move like I'm sent. I speak like I've been briefed by heaven. I serve like I'm fulfilling prophecy, because I am. I was born for this moment, born to make a difference, born to carry light into dark places, born to break chains, born to plant seeds that will outlive me. So when I rise in the morning, I don't drag my feet. I plant them with purpose. I look in the mirror and say, you are alive because you are needed. You are here because your time is now. Don't waste this breath. Don't squander this chance. Walk like someone who's been chosen for something eternal. That's how I live. That's how I show up, not as a bystander, not as a burden, but as a blessing wrapped in flesh, sent to do good work. Because God woke me up for a reason, and I will not waste the wake-up call.